So, like I said, again, welcome to our digital marketing course. And today we would like to discuss,
Just,
please.
I'll just move to another room if you don't mind.
Take your time.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay. Sorry.
No problem at all. Take your time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. So basically, we are talking today about the digital marketing and marketing automation. A lot of people have questions about that profession. They do not understand why it's needed, what it is, and how to do it. So those are three areas that we would like to cover today. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to interrupt me or Helen, or if you feel more comfortable to type in your questions, then there is a chat where you can type it. And basically, I'm an IT person, right? So, and Helen is digital marketing and marketing operation person. So we worked together with her for many years on different opportunities. And I was very excited when she approached me with this particular opportunity, teaching this to people. And the reason for that is that, I mean, I was very excited about IT and software testing in particular, because it gives an opportunity for a person who had zero background in computers or information technology to enter the computer sciences career and be successful, start making lots of money and have lots of satisfaction with the professional growth. And I thought that it's very hard to find an equal match for this career path. I'm sure there are opportunities that are equally in demand, and I've seen some of them. But of course, the pay is not as good as IT, and the future prospects are not as, for example,
or there is a very high requirements that is very hard to obtain when you are just like a newcomer. And sorry, Larry, if you don't mind, because that was exactly my situation. So my husband is a software developer, and as you can easily imagine, like once he reached this like level of English proficiency, he was like good to go pretty much everywhere because his skills are entirely transferable. I have a degree in linguistics, so very close. I haven't done any PhD behind the master degree, but still I understand very well. And then I moved into marketing communication. So basically I was a copywriter, person who does writing. And when you're coming here, you're realizing, well, your skills are like it's irrelevant anymore. And this is where I started kind of looking around and poking around and trying to understand. And somehow I realized that this marketing automation is extremely in high demand. And that was 10 years ago. So it was kind of like very early in this kind of it was just like shaping a new industry, a new professional field. So it was hard to jump in, especially as you really need to already have those skills to get a job. And to get a job, you kind of like, you can be already in the company to be able to learn those skills. But there are some kind of loops, like you learn it here, you learn it there, then you're going into your potential employers and just like convince that you can quickly, in 2 weeks, learn whatever is possible. So I was able to do this. It was quite stressful, but once you're in this field, I'm saying it's so helpful. It is so amazingly beautiful, interesting area, and it's developing so quickly. It's just like at some point it was just like go work, like everyone wants to hire you. And I'm not exaggerating. I've been getting requests from recruiters on LinkedIn like twice a day. Someone is like, oh, I've seen your profile. I'm like, we have already, like, I know that you have, but I'm not interested because I'm happily employed and I'm not looking for a job. Once I moved to director level, it stopped. Now I have requests maybe like once in a while, but that's a different story. People who are on a kind of individual contributor, kind of manager level, they're still getting quite a lot of incoming requests. So what's happening with that? We all understand that like digital marketing is needed absolutely everywhere. We all understand that advertisement is like you need a website. Every company has a website. Well, marketing automation is like a new website. Like you need to have marketing automation. Absolutely 100% of all big companies. Just like a little bit above, like if they have a website, if they have, I would say maybe size starting. Actually, I would say literally every company needs, even a small one, even tiny one, they still have some smaller version of marketing automation. They just don't sometimes think about it as marketing automation, because you really need to have some kind of spreadsheet, even like as a spreadsheet of all your potential customers. You're sending them mass emails, right? You're having them coming to you and submitting some kind of request forms. So this is all elements of marketing automation. Now, when we are talking about like big organizations, when you have multiple campaigns going, this information needs to go somewhere. You cannot keep like thousands of different spreadsheets everywhere or PowerPoint deck. Like I have 12 companies here, I have there, I have accounts here, I have some initiatives. Like it needs to go somewhere. So this somewhere, like everything that relates to marketing, goes into marketing automation platform. And this is what we teach. And I'm saying, there are multiple different, a few platforms, but like once you know one and know it well, you can quickly learn another one. It's more kind of like a mindset, tools that you use and processes that you're setting up. Where the button located is like less of a concern, and you can, every time you can just like check product documentation. So it's a place where you have marketing and business, technology, but technology on the level of advanced user. If you're using anything like any kind of tool on advanced level, even Excel, it's pretty much it. And then you're following the rules and you're following the processes and you're following like instructions and do it well. So what you need is to be able to like to have this curiosity. The best students in our experience are the ones like non-related to their previous experience, the ones that can see the system, who have this like systematic thinking, and PhD is actually a good indicator of it, right? Like when you see how all multiple different disjointed pieces, how they all getting connected together. And when you can kind of have some logical thinking, if A, then B, algorithmical thinking, if this, then that, if I need this, and like you have 1, 2, and 3 not working, like how you're checking like one by one, isolating those issues and fixing or like trying to find the root cause. So kind of like lots of those very, I'm not saying like technical skills. It's really, I don't know, Larry, what kind of skills are this? Intelligence, general intelligence,
general intelligence and common sense. That's what you need to be in this occupation. It's great if somebody has an advanced degree, bachelor, master's, PhD, but this is not really required for this. Of course, if you have it, you will proceed in your career much faster, and that is also a plus benefit to all of us.
Yeah, and in general, we're talking, I love to say, like, we have T-shaped idea of any professional. In the United States, as you can see, you really, really need to be very narrow, specialized in something. You cannot be a generalist. Generalist is not about United States. Like, you can be a generalist, like a generalist marketing professional, but only for a small organization. And this is like also a specialization. Everyone else are doing something small, but very, very deep, or they're growing their career. They're going to director, VP, SMO level, and they're becoming kind of like overviewing the whole function. And then, yes, you kind of like, you need to know everything. But whenever you are starting your career, restarting, moving from one place to another, you really need to have this edge. You really need to have this like very specific like skills that are making you employable. And those skills, I'm saying from my experience, from experience with our students and graduates, they are quite like, we can teach them, we can learn them within a few months. And if you're following, if you're like reading, if you're doing, we do a lot of homework, or we do a lot of class exercises where like we literally say like click here and then go here and go like do. So basically we are giving access to a tool. And by the way, having access to the tool is like the biggest predicament to get like to learn. For whatever reason, Adobe, Marketo, they are not giving it as a like any kind of free or trial or educational license yet. So we have it because we have a very long story and good partnership, but it's more kind of like an exception. Most of the organizations, they are teaching, like if you are trying to learn for Marketo training, it will be basically YouTube video. I don't know how you can learn anything by YouTube video. Like you, especially in the tool, you really need to try it on your own. So access to the tool, lots of homework and practical exercise. And those exercises, they are like literally what I'm doing for life on my daily job. So it's kind of like very close, very like as close as possible. Everything that I've learned, everything that I shared with my peers, everything I was able to collect, gather like the whole wisdom of the entire industry. Everything is kind of packed, put together, lots of references, best blog posts, best resources, white papers, guides. So I'm giving lots of like everything that you need. It might be overwhelming, but it's kind of like opening an opportunity and like take as much as you can, learn as much as you can, whatever possible, how much you can absorb, it will all help you. There are two big milestones. One is, yes, we expect at least 80% of homework done, because if you're not doing well, you still need to be able to do this homework. Yes. And second is we prepare for Adobe Marketo certification. That is not our certification. This is like Adobe. And like we can only teach how to and like prepare, but this is like totally an independent process where you're going on a website or going on site in specific testing centers and taking a test. And that test is like this certification is a proof of your practical skills. And those certification, you can go everywhere and say like, I'm certified. And this is like, yeah, you're certified. Yes, this is like, it's like it's not even a license, because license is just like permission. Certification is a proof of your practical skills.
So I have a question. Is it possible to pass that test?
Yeah, our students normally they pass it. And if they're not passing it with one attempt, they are taking it again. But normally they all pass again. 80% of homework needs to be done before. So by the moment when they're getting to it, like they already pretty much skilled. And normally they are taking it like successfully with one attempt. We have a couple of situations, and normally it's not even about skills, it's about language, because people, if they newcomers, there's like, I was confused about this answer and this answer. They're like so close, I couldn't figure out. There was some word that I couldn't read.
I understand.
Yeah, so there are some nuances, but in general, and I'm saying like if they fail, it means that they have like one or couple of, like that's what happened last time, 1 or 2 points out of 55. So like just like go and retake it and you got through, right? Like no, I mean, seriously. But we have very successful one young woman, she took 50 out of 55. I'm saying like no one, like I will try and I won't have 50. So she did really like exceptionally well on this test. And other were also like doing it. It was like way beyond this kind of like threshold. Mm-hmm. So, and then, you know, certification is like, yes, you need to have some like 3 months you're building up those skills, and then you're preparing for a few weeks more intensively. but like you can learn it, right? It's kind of like once you know, and there are sample tests and there are questions that we know that they are going to ask. So if you know what you're going to have, it's kind of like strategic and kind of focused efforts, and you can do that for sure. So with this test and certification, with those skills, third part of this whole education is all about how to approach employers. And that is also part of our course. We are teaching how to think about like what is required. What we are going on LinkedIn, we are opening up job postings, and we are reading line by line those requirements and analyzing. Those are requirements. This is good to have, and this is just like water that you don't need even to worry about.
Yeah.
And we are trying to identify the key moments that, like, if you don't have it, like, we probably won't, like, you don't bother really. And in some cases, we are saying, like, look, how to analyze, how to approach, how to find who is hiring manager, how to think about what we can find about this company, what kind of role is that. So we're trying to teach our students to build your resume strategy, how to find a job, looking for keywords, looking for like how to prepare, and we also invite guest speakers. Last time we had one person, she's a recruiter, and she was also sharing her thoughts and kind of like tips and everything. One lady was actually a very nice professional, marketing professional in a similar, but like not exactly I'm not even sure. Let me think. Anyway, so she basically went through the same kind of process of moving into country from Kiev a while ago and finding a job, and like what was her success factors. And she was also sharing and kind of helping out with some kind of inspiration, support, and what you should do. And then we do mock-up interviews. So basically, we have a Zoom meeting, and I'm pretending that I'm recruiters, and I'm going through those questions, and you're answering. And we do have our like most typical questions and answers. We have most typical scenarios. I'm teaching how to recognize behavioral-based questions. Tell me about a time when X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
Give me an example when you had a problem with your coworker. What was that, and how you resolve it? So all of it. And basically, this is our students getting employed and finding a job. In many cases, it might be contract work, agency, it might be full-time, but it's important that you know, you have this opportunity, and it's all yours. How much you can take it. But basically,
is it possible to get a job remotely after this?
Oh yeah, everything now is everything. In this particular marketing automation, it's all remote. I'm
Yeah,
working remote.
It's
My
one of the
whole team-
reasons why I want to do that, because I feel like
You don't want to
yeah,
commute.
and the place where I live here in Virginia is a little bit, far away from big cities, and it's and the reason why I live here, because my boyfriend lives here, and we don't really plan to move because he has a very good job here. So yeah,
I would say remote is more normal than on site.
it's okay. Yeah, so you don't have to convince me about getting this course, because I have already made my idea, and the point is how to get access to that. So tomorrow I will have this meeting with the people. I will see what they will have to tell me, and then I will do the what you advised me. And yes, I want to start as soon as possible.
Yeah, and you have very good English.
And finish as soon as
So one
possible.
of those big issues and challenges is like, okay, done, because it's very painful when we had to basically decline people saying like, your English is unfortunately like, do you understand me? No, well, sorry, you really need to, we can't help you.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and I have this question meanwhile, because I understand that it will take time to apply, and you told me that you are starting at the end of this month, right?
At the end of October, yeah,
Yeah, so probably if I'm lucky enough, I would jump into that, train, and I will start with you. But then, well, because I don't work now and I still have some time, do I need to learn something before? Like, do I need to take a course in
No, I
Udemy,
wouldn't say
Coursera, or something?
only if you want to. I can give you some pre-read just as a kind of initial reading, because once the classes are started, it's like a lot and people having hard time catching up and like read everything. So I can give you some reading.
Yes.
It will be just like helping you to start reading before
Yes,
everyone else is starting.
yes, would be great, because I
Yeah.
thought, if people come with the IT background and I'm there,
Well, if they're coming from IT background, they're missing kind of business and marketing view. If they're coming from marketing business, they're missing like this view. If they're coming from, so it's like it's always like you have to figure it out. And I would say, yeah. And it's never like I can't tell you right now who is going to be successful in it and who is going to be struggling. Like it's really, there are like how much a person wants to learn, ready to invest
Yeah,
into this
I
effort.
really, I have this goal and I really want to learn it. And because I've been working with at the, let's say, a kindergarten school, and now it's so much stress, and I don't want to go out as much as before, like I just want to
Mhm.
stay at home and do my work.
Yeah.
And I just need this stress-free environment. I don't think that
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
be
I can understand.
in the crowds with too many people around me. No, I don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
So let's start. I will let you know about the meeting tomorrow, and I will do what you advised, and let's see what will work first.
Sounds good.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank
Thank-
you for
thank you
this
so much.
meeting.
Yes, thank you for coming.
And please confirm the training that you offer, it's online, right? I don't need to go anywhere.
Online.
online.
No.
Okay. Yeah, and it's in the evening, right?
Correct. 6 to 9.
6 to
Okay.
9 Eastern time.
That's great. That's great.
A couple of
All
days
right.
a week, and homework.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great.
Halina, very
I look
nice.
forward to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining, and we look forward to seeing you on the course.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will do my best to be there as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
bye.
you, and bye. Bye.